The fall season is here, and actually I'm a little torn when it comes to fall. I like it. I like the coziness with a cup of tea and my knitting, and maybe lighting some candles. But I really don't like that it's getting darker and it's more rainy, in Denmark at least. So, well, as I said, a little torn. And with this, I welcome you to Knitting with Trillemor. My name is Charlotte and I'm coming to you from Denmark. It's been a while since I have been making an English edition or version or episode. Should we call it episode? I think so. And that is because my summer has not been that good actually. I had an accident when I was on vacation in Greece and I broke my wrist. And I have struggled a little bit with that wrist, and I have some nerve damage, and it has been a little difficult. It's not that easy for me to knit anymore. It's going very slowly. And that means I'm not so productive. And my mood has not been that good, actually. But now I'm feeling a little better, and I can knit. A little bit slow, but I can knit, and that's a good thing. So I decided that I will talk a little bit about what's on my needles right now, and I have a couple of finished projects I can show to you as well. And then I will talk a little bit about what I will be doing during the fall season. Excuse me. Guess I can feel that I'm a little bit rusty. It's a long time since I have been speaking English, so I really hope you bear with me. I will do my very best. I will start by showing you the piece behind me. It is Wild Roses Tea, it's called, and it is from designer Knitting for Breakfast. You can find her on Instagram. That's where I saw this model a couple of years ago, and I have been having it on my wish list ever since. My sample is made in a yarn from a Danish hand dyer called Ladybug yarn. I made it in pure raw silk, 100% red silk. I used only 2 skeins, one in each color. The light one in the top is called Naked, and the colored one, the speckled one in the bottom, is called Apple Flower. The raw silk is very light and drapey. It's a fantastic summer tea, and I have been using it a little bit this summer. I finished it a couple of weeks ago, and last week we had some very warm days in Denmark, and that's where it was really nice to wear. I will show it to you a little closer. It has this beautiful lace pattern in the neckline, a little structure pattern, and then the lace again, a pearl row, more lace, stockinette, and more lace. And the sleeves, actually they were supposed to have stripes, so it should have been the multicolored and the pale pink, and one more with the multicolored, and then at the end the pale pink again. But I was afraid that I didn't have enough yarn, so I played yarn chicken. and I had to weigh my yarn several times because I really wanted the sleeves to be similar. I really think the result is pretty good. What I had left when I finished the very last bind off was this little thread of the pale pink one and very few grams of the speckled one. Not much, but enough. And actually I think it was pretty good that I used almost all the yarn. Not much wasted anyway. Yes, so that was a finished project. Another finished project I made in this week is this little baby hat. If you have been here before, you know that I had a granddaughter a couple of months ago, and well, now it's getting a little bit cold and she needs a baby hat, so I made this one for her. And I made it in this yak and silk yarn, oops, held together with this lace, and the lace is alpaca, silk and cashmere, I think. These two together makes this beautiful fabric. It's so very, very, very soft, and I think it will be very nice and warm this winter. The yarn with yak and silk I bought at a German web shop called Yarn Stories a couple of years ago. Well, maybe a little more, maybe 4 years ago. It's a pretty long time ago. I used this one for a sweater for myself, and this is what I have left. And then I thought, well, that would be good for a little baby hat. Yes. And another finished project I have is a nice little scarf. Last winter I started this one, and as you can see I didn't finish. I didn't like the yarn for this pattern. I think you didn't see the pattern well enough. I think the stitch definition disappears, or the pattern disappears in the stitches. I really didn't like it. And the yarn is brushed merino, 100% merino brushed yarn. It's a yarn I ordered from Chesterwall to dye. I got it undyed, and then I have been dyeing this one. And I wanted to see how far I could get with one skein, 150 gram skein. So I broke my project and started with the rest of the yarn, and then I made this one. It's called the Let's See scarf, and it's by a Danish designer called Ina Rendboe. You can find her on Ravelry. And actually I think this is pretty nice. I think I might wrap it, or I might unravel until the middle, maybe, and then knit it a little longer before the decreases. I think they are a little short. Well, I don't know. It could be. Maybe if I blog it. I didn't wash this one yet, but maybe if I blog it, it actually is long enough. But it's very nice and very soft, and I'm very fond of it. It looks a little bit like the Sophie scarf from the Petite Knit, with the I-cord in the one side, and then you make a lot of increases until the middle. Then you make a couple of rows where you just knit straight, and then you make some decreases. this one has these fine little picots, and actually, as you can see, this little row with holes. I think it's pretty nice. I really like this one. Fine pattern to follow, and I really don't remember if the pattern is, yeah, oh yeah, it is. It is in English as well. I know, because in Danish Ina called it lacé klud, but then because she's selling it on Ravelry, she made it in English as well, and it's called Let's See Scarf. So one more finished little project. Yeah, it's going a little slow because my hand is not that good after it has been broken. And I got surgery, and well, it has been pretty bad. And I still have some very annoying fingers because I have some nerve damage in them. So that's frustrating and irritating, but it is how it is. And well, I can knit, and that's positive. Okay, then I would like to show you what I have on my needles. Right now, I have a neckline. And this neckline is going to be the Wishbone sweater from Kutovakika. She is a designer from Finland, Ina Rendboe, and it is this one. Maybe you know it. There are two opportunities for the neckline, this very long neckline, and then one that is more like a turtleneck. And I decided that I'm making the turtleneck. It's ribbing with the twisted ribbing, and then of course some cables. I really think this is very, very beautiful, and I am making mine, as I showed you, in this beautiful green, yellowish yarn. My yarn is, I will show you, I have this fine yarn ball holder I bought from a Danish podcaster actually, called Trillegarn. This one is live in the long grass. It's the color Mint Grow, and this one I received in a wool drop package this spring, and I really think these colors look very beautiful together with this mohair silk from Isager. I do not right now remember the colors of these two. I think this one is hand-dyed. It doesn't have a special number, and I really don't remember the number for the green one, but on my Ravelry I have been writing which colors I am using, and you are of course very welcome to find me on Ravelry, where I am Trillemor. Trillemor. I think it's Trillemor. I will write it in the description box below. If you're interested, you can find me there. But the neckline is done, and now I'm going to use the bigger needle and continue with the rest of the yoke. So a winter sweater is coming up for me. Yes. The next thing I want to show you is I decided that I would try to make a gnome. I have never knitted a gnome before, and I have seen them on Instagram, and I really think they are so cute. I'm following Imagined Landscapes, and she is making the most fine small gnomes, or small. Some of them are actually quite big. This September she is making a mystery knit along. And the first clue, I think it would be okay to show you, since it's a couple, well, I think it's a week ago or something like that it came out. And the first clue we had to knit, I think this is going to be a nose and some hands or arms. And then second clue, is this hat. And my kit is bought in Austria. It's hand-dyed yarn from Wintertagtraum, an Austrian yarn dyer, indie dyer, who is cooperating with the Imagined Landscapes. I think that Wintertagtraum actually is giving away one of the prizes you can win by participating in this mystery knit-along. The third clue, I have received it, but I have not yet started, so I cannot show you any more than this. But a gnome is coming up, and I'm very happy with it. I think it's so cute. I think it's going to be very cute. So, and this is very funny. It's so unlike me. I have never been knitting anything like this before, but I think it's fun. And next thing I have on my needles is a baby jacket. Again, it's for my my granddaughter. My daughter-in-law loves purple, so of course I'm knitting in purple. And actually this pattern is one I am making myself. It's in the making, and I am going to have some testers before I can release it, and I will release it on Ravelry, I think. So I really hope. I am planning to translate it to English as well. So maybe someday one of you might want to try and knit a little baby jacket. You can follow me on Instagram, and I will tell when it's ready. And actually I might be calling for some testers to test the English pattern, because, well, as a native Dane, I'm not sure that I'm writing it the right way when I'm writing an English pattern, but I will try it, and then I hope that I will succeed. We'll see. It's a very, very, very good jacket for babies, and I have made so many of them. It's a pattern that I'm making together with my mom, and I think my mom has made this jacket for, well, I guess maybe 40, 50 babies. Everyone she knows will get a baby jacket when they deliver the baby as a gift for the baby. So it's a very old pattern. It's more than 50 years old, and we have, or my mom has been making so many changes in the pattern, so now it's just in her head mostly. But we have sat down and we have been working together, and I have written the pattern on paper, and then we have decided to make the pattern so you are knitting top down. That makes it very easy, and when you're done, you're done. You don't need a lot of weaving in ends and things like that, or sewing together. You just make it in one piece, and then you make a hat and sew the hat on. That's all that needs to be done at the end. So it's a very, very, very nice jacket, almost like a little hug. So we'll see when it's done. I will be shouting out on Instagram, so please follow me, and yeah, let me know what you think about it. Or if you maybe would like to test it, that would be nice too. But I think it will probably take about a month or something like that before I'm ready to release it. We'll see. I need to test it in Danish before I am doing the English version. So, well, it will be during the fall, I hope. I am knitting this sample in this yarn from Cascade Heritage. Maybe you know it. It's a very nice, actually it's a sock yarn, but it's so soft and it's very nice. I also made one sample in Sandnes Yarn Sunday. I knit with 2 strands at a time, and I'm going to find out if I can have someone to cooperate with me so I can buy yarn for excuse me, so I can buy the yarn for the testers, so the testers don't have any costs for the yarn. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I am doing another one for my granddaughter, and then at the same time I am writing the pattern for it. The next thing I want to tell you about is what I'm wearing. Today I am wearing my Shine Bright Blouse. It's a pattern from the designer Valentinasknits. Last spring, I think it was, I tested a pattern called Florine Sweater for Valentinasknits. I made it in a mink yarn from the Danish yarn dyer Anida's World, and I was very thrilled with that yarn. I think it was the most luxurious yarn I have ever been knitting in, and I decided to gift a couple of skeins for Valentina. And she made this model in that yarn, and of course when she made a pattern of it, I wanted to test it as well. So I decided to make the Shine Bright Blouse. I tested for her, and I made mine in this orange color. Not a color that I am normally using, but I am actually pretty fond of it. It's called Orange is the New Black, and it is, as I said before, from Anida's World. It's mink, cashmere, merino and viscoses. And I made size 3 out of 9. And there are some small bits. I can show you. Oh, I have a little tank top underneath because it's a little chilly today here in Denmark. But we have small bits on the yoke. And this very beautiful scalloped neckline, as is one of the things that Valentinasknits often makes in her patterns. The very beautiful lace panels she makes. Most of her patterns are with the round yokes, and yeah, this is no exception. It's 3/4 sleeves, and it has this fine little lace pattern in the hem, or the cuff. It's called in the cuff, of course, but also in the hem. Yeah, the mink yarn is very, very, very soft, and it's very thin. It's a light fingering. It is 600 meters in 100 grams. But it really blooms when you soak it, when you wash it. Well, I have no words for it. It's just so luxurious, and it's not a sweater, it's more like a blouse. And of course this one also is called the Shine Bright Blouse. So, yeah. My podderwear today. Right now we're in the middle of September. Today it's December 13th, and well, 2 more weeks and we write October. For me, October also means Gnome MKAL. I have been participating every year for the last, I guess, at least 10 years or something like that. This is, I think, the 15th MKAL Stephen West is throwing. And I have been looking in my yarn collection, and I found some beautiful yarns that I am making my shawl in. It's the Go-Go Dynamo, and I am making mine in these 2 colors. I have 2 skeins of each. The one pink one is from a Danish for a Danish yarn dyer called Tjarn, and it's a single. It's called Blikfang in Danish. And the green one, I chose the green one because there are some green speckles in this yarn. Very few, but they are there. And I think the green one will be very fine together with this pink one. I can see the colors are a little bit off on the screen, but in real life they are pretty good together. The green one is from Ravelry. She is unfortunately not dyeing yarn anymore. It's a former Swedish yarn dyer. And this quality here is merino, silk and cashmere. And then, of course, I am doing a mohair there, as Stephen is talking about. And I found this beautiful, very, very, very dark blue one. And I think it would be good together with these two. It's a little difficult to find the right blue color, but it is very blue, very dark, very, very beautiful, I think. So this is going to be my mystery shawl this year. Are you participating? I think it's so funny. I just love when the glue comes, and I think it's like a workshop where you learn a lot of new techniques, and that's what I like very much about these MKALs from Stephen West. I think his videos are very good and very easy to follow. The patterns are easy to follow, and I really think he is so talented, and I like participating. I'm not always done when the MKAL is over. Often I'm knitting on my shawl all the way through the winter, and we'll see, this year will be no exception, at least when I have a hand that is not that good as it used to be. Yeah, that was a little bit of news from me. Then I really would like to tell you a little bit about Wool Swap, because I have been participating in Wool Swap. And I like Wool Swap very, very much. And this time I was so lucky. I got paired with a woman living in Portugal. And she gave me so much yarn. And it was such a thrill to open this package. First of all, I got this fine tote bag from Portugal, from Porto. And it's filled with a lot of goodies. This time all my packages were wrapped up in small packages. Every little gift, almost every single ball of yarn, everything was all these fine small gifts in the box. It was almost like Christmas. The very first one I opened contained these three. It's a Portuguese yarn from Rosarios 4. I am not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's a merino, and I got these fine colors. I might use them in a shawl or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but I really like them. They are so soft and I think they're beautiful. Then I got this fine, it's called Blossoms. I don't know this yarn. This yarn is also, it's a sock yarn. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. But I really love these colors. I think they are so beautiful. In my box there was also a ball of Zauberball Crazy from Shoppelwolle, German brand. And these colors are so amazing. I really like this one too. The Shoppelwolle, to me it was one of the first yarns that was dyed like this, with more colors in one skein. And it was long before I even knitted socks. I used to use them for shawls, small scarves and things like that. I think they were so fine. Another thing in my fine bag was a hand-dyed skein from Wildflower. This is an English yarn dyer. This color is called Teal. I really think it's very, very beautiful. So many beautiful yarns. but we are not done yet. Also, 3 skeins of merino silk. Very beautiful colors. I think all of this is playing so well together. A very, very, very beautiful purple alpaca silk yarn. And last but not least, a hand-dyed skein of mohair silk yarn from South Korea. I think it was from South Korea. Then I got a little embroidery, a little butterfly. There was some soap wrapped up in cork. I got these fine progress keepers made like small skeins of yarn, or hanks, small hanks. I really think they are so cute. There were a pattern, 2 patterns, there were notebooks, there were tea, there were chocolate, there were biscuits. I got so much fantastic in this wool swap package this time. That was amazing, really amazing. And I, of course, I signed up for a new round of wool swap. Maybe, have you ever tried wool swap? If you haven't, please check it out. You can find it. You can find information on Instagram on wool swap's what's it called, profile, of course, or on the homepage woolswap.com.au. I think it's because it's from Australia. It's Australia. An Australian woman. She's pairing people that signed up, and then you get a mail with the informations about who you are swapping with, and then you contact each other on Instagram or mail and write and find out a little bit about each other. I really think it's a very fine concept, and I have been participating a lot of times. I think this was my 7th time, and I signed up for 6 rounds, so I need 5 more rounds. Then I might need a break, I don't know, but I really like it, and I think it's funny. And it's a fine way of getting to know people from this worldwide fantastic knitting community. And isn't that just amazing? You can get to know people from all around the world. I really like that. And it's, of course, you are paired with the, you write a little bit about what crafts you are interested in, and then she's trying to pair you with one that has the same interest as you. And well, it's just so fine that you can have this common interest like that. I really like that. Okay, I have bought some yarn at a Danish mill I visited last week, actually, called Henriksen's Uldspinneri, Henriksen's spinning mill, maybe, I don't know. But they are making a lot of Isager yarn, if you know the Isager yarn from Denmark. And they have a little sale where you can buy some of those beautiful yarns. And of course I couldn't go without buying. And I will show you what I bought before stopping for today. So first of all, I found this very beautiful green. This one is lamb's wool, isn't it? Merino lamb's wool from New Zealand. I think so. Anyway, it's merino lamb's wool. I know that the spinning mill is importing wool from New Zealand, Australia and Europe to get the finest wool in the best quality. And this is called Duo. It's actually Duo is made for a Danish brand called Designclub.dk. actually, I do not know if they still exist. Maybe they do, I don't know. But this beautiful green one, I think it goes pretty good with my eyes. And this one I am probably using for a cardi, a long cardi called Cardi Cocoon by a Danish designer called Ina Rendboe. That's at least what I have in my thoughts. And then I'm going to pair it with a merino silk. And I have a merino silk that is almost the same color. I bought 5 of these in this color. Then I bought 20. This is one of the Isager yarns. This fine red one. To me this is very Christmas-like. So maybe I will make something for Christmas. I don't know yet. But this one also is pure new wool. 100%. I have 3 skeins in this color and 1 in this color. This is a very, very pale pink, almost naked, like the one behind me. And maybe they could go together, or maybe even they could go together like this. And maybe I could do some color work sweater or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but well, I will put these in my collection, and then in time I might find something nice that I can make of them. The last thing I bought also at the spinning mill was these 3 skeins. This is Angora and merino. 50% Angora and 50% merino. They are so very, very, very soft. And also I have the 2 white one and the blue one, and they are I think they're going to be something with also color work on the yoke, and then a white sleeves and white body. But the projects for it, I still have not decided yet. If you have any ideas, please tell me in below, in the comments below, what you think would be beautiful for me. I do have a lot of patterns in my library in Ravelry, and I might find one of those to make out of this yarn. I have not yet decided, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good price when I went to that mill, and it's not easy just to go again without buying anything. And well, when you have this weakness for beautiful and very nice and delicious yarns, it's difficult just to go. I couldn't. So I guess that would be it for me for today. I know it has not been such a long episode this time, but anyway, I hope that I could inspire you just a little bit, and I will be back again. I cannot tell when, but well, if you subscribe to my channel, or if you maybe give me a little like, then you will, if you hit that little bell button, you will get a notification when I am sending my next episode. But for now, I will thank you so much for joining me. If you've been here before, I really thank you for coming back. And if you have been here for the first time, I really hope that you liked what you saw and just maybe got a little bit of inspiration with you. But for now, please take care, and I might see you again some other time. Bye.